Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Hello, Jen. I see you. Did I make it on time? Yes. It's just started today. Hello, everyone. Hello, Aisha. Hello. Let me see who is else here. Hello. Welcome to the Work from Home Q&A and plus live resume reviews. Come on in. Hello, everyone. Pamela. Hello. How you doing? Come on in. I am not going to waste your time. If you have any questions regarding work from home, make sure you go ahead and put them in the comments. Hello, Becky. Hello, everyone. Today, I wanted to start off. Hello, Erica. Hello. What I want to start off doing is I don't know if you're new here, welcome. If this is your first time being to this work from home Q&A, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I want to go ahead and get started. My name is Thressa Sweat, and on this channel, my YouTube channel, hello, I see from Houston, Texas. Here comes the joy. On this channel, I bring to you nothing but no talking work from home job leads, and on my Facebook page and group, it is a mixture of no talking work from home jobs as well as non-phone work at home job leads. And I just want to build a community where we can uplift and encourage one another on our job search. And today I'm going to do some resume live reviews in a little bit. But I want you to know that I reached out to a hiring manager because I see a lot of people are struggling with not getting their resume past the ATC. I spoke with 3 or 4 hiring manager, and I compare apples to apples, and everybody's saying the same thing. These are the 5 mistakes that you need to do in order to get your resume to pass the applicant track system. Also, I'm going to show you about how to optimize. You hear all the time, your resume needs to be optimized or tailored to each job post that you're applying for. So I'm going to show you an example of how that works. And then I'm going to start doing some live resume reviews that people have sent out to me. And if you want your resume to be reviewed, you're going to send me an email. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm not going to waste your time, and I'm going to share my screen here. And this is a presentation where I am going to discuss what the hiring manager told me here. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. When I share my screen, I'm not able to see what's in the comment section. So if you have any questions, just leave them in here. So these are the 5 resume mistakes to avoid. Now, like I said, I reached out to hiring manager every time when I used to apply for work from home jobs and I get rejected. I always want to know why. You should always want to know why you get rejected. So I reached out to hiring manager, and they told me these are the reasons why your application or your resume got rejected. So I want to share this with you too. So again, 5 resume mistakes to avoid. The first one is step 1. They're saying that you need to stop using a career objective. Okay. A career objective it only tells the hiring manager or recruiter all about what you want. And here is an example. I see this a lot of times because I'm a job coaching resume review. Is you're saying to secure a challenging position in a organization to expand my learnings, knowledge, and skills. That is all about you. Hiring managers do not want to see that on your resume. They do not want to see career objective. They want you to move away from career objective more into a professional summary, which is the same as career summary. And a professional summary, basically what it does, it states how you can help the Fortune 500 company achieve their goals. Now, here's an example of a professional summary. Highly motivated sales professional seeking a full-time sales representative position with ABC Company, where I could demonstrate my strong customer service and negotiation skills. I bring 3 years of retail sales experience and a bachelor's degree in a business administration. So in that professional summary, it's telling hiring manager, first of all, what type of job you're seeking. If I was a hiring manager, I know that this particular person is applying for a sales professional, something in sales. What they would bring to the table or to the company is customer service experience and negotiation skills, as well as retail sales. So you need to get away from objective, on your resume and start putting a professional summary. That is what you need to start doing here. Okay. Here's another summary that you can use. Energetic customer service representative with 3 years of experience resolving complex customers' inquiries. passionate about building strong customer relationships, driving brand loyalty, and increasing customer engagement. Again, it's telling hiring manager, also the ATS, what type of job you're applying for and how many years you have experience and what is your accomplishment. That is what hiring managers want to see on your resume. It's a professional summary. Okay. Now, when you go here, this template, I'm taking resume classes. I'm taking right now resume classes, webinars, attended that. And Professor Heather Austin, she has this free template that you need to download where everything is formatted. You don't have to worry about, if the zero margin, double spacing, everything is already done for you. All you have to do is input your information into this resume template. Or if you don't want to use this, you can go to Canva. Canva have free resume templates. That's what you need. And you can just implement your information in it where it can be nice and neat. So it can pass the applicant tracker system as well as hiring manager. It has to go through hiring manager. And in some cases, it goes through recruiting. So in your professional summary, first of all, you need to have your first, you can have your middle initials and your last name. You need to have your phone number. You need to have your city and state. And you need to have a professional email address. A lot of times I see people are having, unprofessional email address like babyboy123@gmail.com. It's nothing wrong with having that. But when you're applying for a professional job or any job in general, you need to have a professional Gmail account as well as a personal. And then a lot of y'all also need to have a LinkedIn account too. That's very important because hiring manager goes on LinkedIn and they recruit people and hire people that way. So in a professional summary, again, it should have the title from the job post. If I was applying for a data entry position, if the job post say data entry remote, I would put data entry remote right here at the top. Okay. Then you need to have 3 key skills. You're going to take the key skills from the job post. I'm going to show you in a minute how to do that. But you're going to take 3 key skills from the job post. That's letting the hiring manager know what job you're applying for, the skills that you have, and then you need a professional summary. Or it's the same thing as career summary. So in the professional summary, it should have 3 or 4 sentences that explains how your professional background and experience make you the best candidate for the job. If you do these 3 things, and I spoke with Professor Heather Austin, your resume will make it through the ATS. I tried it myself. This is what I have been doing in the past, and I have gotten offers. My resume passed the ATS, and I have so many interviews. If you do these 3 things, you're on your way of passing the applicant tracking system. Okay, so make for sure you tailor your resume just like this. Again, this is a free download. I'm going to put that information in the comments so you can download this and you can implement your resume, your wording into this resume here so it can stand out. Okay. Now, also the reason why the biggest mistake too is people are leaving out key sections like their contact information. They forget to put their phone number on there. They forget to put their email address. And hiring manager don't know how to reach you. So you need to make for sure you have the contact information. People are leaving out the career summary. You should always have a professional summary, which is the same as the career summary. Also a work experience in education, because the key sections shows that you're qualified and the best fit for the position. Okay. Now, also too, I've seen a lot on resumes is people want to include their mailing address, and you do not want to put your mailing address on your resume because a lot of times, I don't know, like everybody have a GPS, and if I'm trying to find somebody's house, it shows a picture of the house, and a lot of people don't get the job because of the location that they stay in or what their house look like. So you do not want to put your mailing address, and it's also for safety reason too. You do not want people to know where you are living at. So the only thing at the top of your resume, you should include your name, your phone number, your city and state, email address, and a LinkedIn profile. You need to have a LinkedIn profile. So with the check mark, this is correct. Like Cody Frankson, Austin, Texas, the phone number, and a professional email address. The one with the X, That's incorrect because it shows the person's address. And again, you want to stay away from putting your mailing address because they're not going to send you anything. If hiring manager want to get in contact with you, they're going to either get in contact with you by email or your phone number. Okay. So another mistake that people are having is they're focusing on their job duties like day-to-day tasks, and they want you to get away from day-to-day tasks. So example of job duties or day-to-day tasks that I see in resumes are answering customers' questions, reviewing data for completeness and accuracy, following established entry priorities, or researching data. That is a day-to-day task. They want you to talk about your accomplishments and outcome. They want you to use metrics, numbers, data, and percentage. That's what they want you to use in your resume. And here is an example. This person is actually a customer service rep. This one here says resolve 300 plus weekly customers inquiries via phone and email, exceeding targets. They're telling you how many calls that they're getting a week, 300 weekly, and they're telling you how they're answering the phones by phones and email. So this is what you need to do is put numbers. Again, here's another one. Train and mentor 4 new employees on conflict resolution, Jira, and Zendesk CRM. They're telling the hiring manager they train 4 people. The companies, hiring managers, they told me they love the numbers. You have to put the numbers. Here's another one. Achieve 97% average customer satisfaction rating to date, surpassing team goal by 12%. They love these percentage. So you need to stay away again from day-to-day tasks, get away from that, and start talking about your accomplishments and outcome. You can use metrics, numbers, data, and percentage. I guarantee you, if you start doing this, then your resume is going to pass not only the ATS, but it's going to also pass recruiters and hiring manager. This is something that you need to do. I did it, and my resume passed the applicant tracking system as well as it went past the hiring manager, got called in for an interview. Now, here is an example here. A lot of times you hear, tailor your resume to the job post, optimize your resume to the job post. And a lot of people didn't know, like I didn't know in the past. So here is a job description for a communication writing position at Apple with resume keywords or keyword phrases. This is what I tell you to do. What I do is I either print out the job post, or if you don't want to print out the job post, go into Microsoft Excel, and you just put the company's name and you just write all the keywords down. So basically, you're going to go into the job post and you're going to highlight the keywords. You see how these keywords are highlighted: development, communication strategies, corporate retail communication, writing skills, storytelling, communication and interpersonal skills, develop strong working relationships, project management, attention to details. These are the keywords that you need to implement in your resume. These keywords will help you pass the applicant tracking system, because the applicant tracking system is set up, hiring manager set up on the back end for these certain keywords. If you have writing skills in your resume, say for example, if you was applying for this job, your resume will be in the pile of a callback. If you have storytelling or attention to details, your resume will be in the pile of a callback. So you want to make for sure that you go in and highlight the keywords or the keyword phrases into your resume. And after you locate all the relevant keywords, includes the ones that matches your experience in your resume and cover letter. Here's another example. This is a job ad for a tailored position with Capital One. So you go in again and highlight the keywords. So in the job description, process, deposit, transfer, withdrawal, aware of fraud, check cashing, security, Greek customers. These are all keywords. This is something that you need to implement in your resume. That's why a lot of people are not passing the applicant tracking system, is because they're not doing this part. You have to take out time and do this and make for sure your resume is tailored to each job that you're applying for. That is how your resume passed the applicant tracking system. So I'm going to go more into details. I'm going to go into this one and actually show you how it works. This is an example of a resume using keywords, okay? So say, for example, if I was applying for a software development role, these are the keywords that they have in the job description. And if I was going to write my resume summary, I put down creative software development. I got creativity over here. You see this word here, creativity? Whatever word you see, people start off with team player, reliable, hard worker. They have those words listed into the job post. Whatever word that they have, you put that before the job title that you're trying to apply for. So I took creativity right here. You see where this cursive is, creativity, software development. Here's software development right here, located in New Orleans. I took New Orleans, Louisiana, with 6 years of experience. 6 years of experience. I'm taking all the keywords from the job post and implementing it into my summary. Develop user-focused system in a test-driven environment. Advanced working knowledge of Python, which is, you see it right here. That's that word. Spring framework and computer program. So you see computer programming here and Spring framework. So that's how you optimize your resume to the job post. The skills, the skills are going to change every time you're applying for a different job. You take the skills from the job post, implement those skills in here. Sometimes they have core components. Some people use the core components where they put all the skills there so it can increase their chances of passing the applicant tracking system. If you do these things, then your resume should pass the ATS. All you do is just take the keywords from the job post and implement it into your work experience, your career summary or resume summary, and that is how your resume will pass the applicant tracking system. And you will have to do this on every job that you're applying for. I know it's a lot of work, but once you put in that work, you're going to start getting calls for interviews and you're going to have to turn them down, okay? So the tips for finding resume keywords and phrases is to analyze the job post for the skills employer desires, analyze job ads for the same job title, examine the company's website. You can go to the company website and see keywords on there as well, and review the skills and experience of higher level position. This is what I was trained, hiring manager trained me to do this on my resume, and I'm telling you, this is how you to do it. A lot of people spend $100 or $200 on getting their resume revamped, and they still cannot get a job because the people that are doing the resume, they're doing a one size fit all resume, meaning they're getting your resume just apply for one job, and it's not tailored to every job that you're applying for. This is how you get your resume past the applicant tracking system and get a job. Again, you need to have a resume format where you don't have to worry about the margins. You just implement your information in there, and that'd be a whole lot easier. And another thing, again, they're saying that not too many people are making a resume ATS friendly. And for those who don't know what ATS is, the applicant tracking system. An applicant tracking system is a software application that enables the electronic handling of recruitment and hiring needs. Okay, so that is very important. A lot of companies these days are using ATS. Sometimes when you fill out applications online, you can tell that the applications are dealing with applicant tracking system, especially when you see job fight at the end of it. You got to tailor your application to the job post as well. Okay, so you need to avoid these things. Again, no columns, no tables, no graph, no charts, no pictures. Use the right keywords or keyword phrases that the company uses in their job listing, website, and social media. And if you follow those, you shouldn't have any problem in finding a job, okay? Anybody have any courses or anything? I'm trying to help you out, okay? Because it costs a lot of money to get your resume revamped. I'm a job coach, resume review, interview prep. But you can really do it yourself, okay? All you need to do is just put in the time and you can do it. If you follow those steps, and I'm a professor, Heather Austin, she's a mentor of me. I'm in some of her classes. And she said, if you do those three things, like when you're applying for a job, you put the job title, you put the three key skills, your career summary, and you are going to find a job. Your resume is going to pass the applicant tracking system. So let me go and see if anybody have any questions here. Hold on, let me go through here again. Hold on, let me see. Just a second here. Let me go through here. Welcome to me, Tamika. Welcome here. Okay, I'm dying to land a work from home job. You will. You just got to keep pushing, keep applying. You will find that job that you're seeking real soon. Jan said, I think it's probably my resume holding me back. Again, just make sure you follow these steps that I just showed you, and you shouldn't have any problems finding a job. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, finally got it called alive. I'm glad you're here. Hello. Let me see here. Will this live be saved for future reference? After the live stream is over with, it's going to be replayed on my channel. So you can go back and watch it as much as you can. Good evening. Good evening, Brown. Let me see here. Okay, you see mine looks like this though. A lot of times, if say for example, if I am a nurse, if I'm a nurse and I am applying for a data entry job, and you send that resume in, a lot of times they're going to say you overqualified. You cannot lie about your education, but you can kind of reword things around in order to match that job description. And when they call you in, they're going to want to know if you want to make that salary as whatever a data entry accounts payable job is. I get it. A lot of it, these days, is not what you know, it's who you know. It's people that have gotten jobs, and I know that they weren't qualified. And that's why it's very important to network. Get into a network. Most of these companies have referral bonus, and I used to do them a lot. My hiring manager would come to me and say, do you know 10 people that can do this job? And I got 10 resumes from people I knew, and I'd hand them to my hiring manager. Before they reached out to the ATS, they brought these 10 people in, and all of them was hired. And if they stayed for 3 months, I got a referral bonus. That's how networking is very powerful. If you want to get a job, another way is networking. Make sure you get into networking with other people so you can get that job as well. It says same layout and everything. Okay, have the same layout and everything. The best thing to do is just network. It says that's messed up. Hold on. It says, I don't know that information though. It says, what if you don't have any work experience in the field you're applying for? If you don't have the experience of what you're applying for, just use, what experience do you have? Use the experience you have. Especially like if you're a stay-at-home mom or a housewife, if you volunteer at your child's school or volunteer at a church, there's a way that you can reword it that it makes it sound like you are working, but they don't have to know that you don't get paid. So there's a way. There's stay-at-home mom's resume that you can look at. Even though you take care of kids, you can fix it a way where it sounds professional. I can show you a stay-at-home mom resume, a housewife resume. There's plenty of resumes out there to help you get to the next level where you can get that job here. Let me see here. It says, it started to look like my resume is not so great. Okay. My connection is going in and out. Hopefully this video will stay up for me to watch later. Yes, once this video is, this live stream is over with, it will be downloaded to Facebook, and it'll be on my YouTube channel under the live tab. Wow, good to know. Thank you. You're welcome. And it says, this makes sense. It says, I need to go to your page and see which jobs are hiring urgently. Thanks for the resume info. You're welcome. There's a lot of companies are hiring every single day, but you got to be very quick because they move very quickly here. What do you do if you don't have any experience? Okay. Again, if you don't have any experience, you should have experience in customer service. If you answer your phone every day, that's customer service experience. Okay. You have to kind of just put in volunteer work, whatever volunteer work that you do. If it's helping somebody in your neighborhood, rearrange that a way that it sounds more professional so you can get a job. That's what I did. When I first started working, I didn't have any experience, but I said, I used to work in the daycare, but I rearranged stuff and made it sound professional where I got my job here. So that's what you would have to do. You said no objectives, but professional summary. That is what hiring manager is stating, is that you have to get away from objective, because objective is telling hiring manager what you want. Professional summary, it basically tells how many years of experience you have, and it tells what the job that you're applying for and your accomplishment. That is what you need to do. I know back in the day, When I was way back in the day when I was applying for jobs, but you will used to go and drive, and you see that they're hiring for data entry, and you go off into the place, and it would be a receptionist there with a whole bunch of applications with a clipboard, and you fill out an application, and you just put your resume there. And some people didn't even have a resume, and they just handwritten all that, and it was not a big deal. They hired you because they felt you was the best candidate. But nowadays, you got to make it through the ATS as well as make it through the recruiter and hiring manager. So that's very important to get your resume up to date to where it needs to be. It says, is there a template you have, or do we just include the keywords? Thanks. The template that I have is with Professor Heather Alston. I'm going to put that information. It'll be in the YouTube description bar where you can download that template, and you can put your resume into that template so it could be nice and neat. Because if your resume doesn't have that margin right, and it goes through the ATS, it's going to be all over the place. And that's why a lot of people's resume don't make it through the ATS, is because the margins are not right. It's best to go with a resume template. I can show you once I go through these live resumes, and show you where you can get it on Canva too as well. But if you go by Professor Heather Alston, she guarantee you that you will find a job quickly and everything. Thank you so much. You're welcome. It says, yes, people charge $100, even $1,000. And I'm like, I need a job. Yes, they do show you charge that amount, but you can do it on your own. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you. This is helping me so much. I have not been put in the 3 key skills. I will start immediately. Okay. Now I'm going to go in, and it's 5 people email me their resume, because in the video, I said that if you wanted your resume to be reviewed, email me, and they email me their resume. So I'm going to go through this quickly. I'm not going to spend but maybe 5 minutes, but I want to show you how this works here. I cover up their name. I don't want to put out anybody's information on here. I cover up their name, their address, and everything, but these are real people. I just, for safety reason, I just don't want to show their address, their phone number, or none of that. So this is one resume, and I would say resume 1 that was, sent to me. And again, it's not about, making fun of anybody. Again, we're here to uplift and encourage one another on our job search and everyday life. I'm just trying to help you get past the applicant tracking system and get a job. That's what we all need, is a job, because bills are not going to stop because you don't have a job. So this is the first step here. That's why I was saying you have to have a resume template. Okay. That's the first step, is a resume template. Another thing is, if I was a hiring manager, I don't know what type of job that you're applying for. And a hiring manager is not going to spend all day looking and seeing what type of job that you're applying for. So as that resume that I showed you a few minutes ago with Professor Heather Alston, you need to put that job title from the job post up here. So I can know, or hiring manager can know, that, hey, they're applying for accounts payable job, or they're applying for a customer service, or they're applying for data entry. That's what you need to do. And then the knowledge and dedicated, again, those are like adverbs, action words, and they have adverbs, action words in the job post. So this is going to change. Okay. Like, say, for example, like I show you on that demonstration, if it says team player and hard worker, you would say team player and hard worker, because you're trying to increase your chances. Those are keywords from the job post. Dedicated customer service professional with extensive experience. How many experience do you have in a banking? Again, a professional summary needs to have what job you're applying for, how many years of experience, your accomplishment and goals. That's what needs to be in here. And a lot of people are going to say different. I feel that your skills section needs to go next, or your 3 skills or component should goes up here. So your skills section is going to change each and every time you apply for the job. So you have to remember that. Now, when you go into the work experience, you see this is a paragraph. They don't want a paragraph. They want bullet points. Updated customer files. What type of files did you updated? How many files did you updated? Permanent records and maps. You got to go more into details, and it needs to be bullet points. Okay. And then when you go to the next job, answer inbound calls and update accounts. Again, they're looking for numbers, percentage, metrics. How many calls did you answer? I answered 300 inbound calls. What type of inbound calls? Was it healthcare? And it has to be bullet points. It has to be bullet points. Makes it easy to read. Hiring manager is not going to sit out here and read this. Think about it as a recipe book. A lot of y'all cook and you have a recipe book. When you look at a recipe book, it tells you like 1 cup of butter, and the next, it's very organized where you know what to get, where you don't have to sit and read. So this is the same thing your resume need to be. It needs to be have bullet points where so hiring manager can go straight to what you do on the job. So basically, it needs to have bullet points, and you need to get away from day-to-day tasks and start putting in a professional wording here. Okay. So that is it for resume 1. Resume 2. Now, you remember I talked about no graphics. You don't need any graphics here. So you need to take that away. And then they do have a professional summary, but again, they don't have the title of the job. So I wouldn't know what type of job that they're applying for. You should always have, whatever job that you're applying for. Now, in the professional summary, they said precise, efficient data entry expert. They don't even put how many years that they have experience in. They should put how many keystrokes that they do, whether if it's 10,000 per keystroke, whatever it says in the data entry job post, that is what you need to put in. If it says 20,000, that's what you need to put here. Just need to go in more to details. What can you do for the company? Okay. And then the skills section, it's okay, but the skills section is going to change each and every time you're applying for a job. It's not going to stay the same. It's going to be different. You're going to take the skills from the job post and put them there. Now, this person did a good job on the work experience right here. You see, they're using numbers and matrix and percentage here. Safeguard 30 plus patient privacy and security through HIPAA. Maintain 95% accurate records and charted in EHR system. That is an excellent job. That is what they're looking for. Control 90% infection risk with proper wound care. This is what they need. When you go down a little bit further, look like they was in child care specialists, support 16 children. They're telling you how many kids that they support, which is great. Record daily activity progress and incident for directors and parents, reviewing 5 days a week. That's what you need. This is what you need to go by, is having all of these numbers. That's what they want you to have. And then when you scroll down here, you see how this is cut off. This student nursing assistant needs to be on this other page right here. And anytime you have 2 pages, they want you to put your first name and your phone number at the top, just in case if it gets splitted up, they still have a way of getting in contact with you. So you don't want to have a resume where the student nursing assistant. You need to bring all of this down to the next page, and you should be fine here. Okay. And everything like this. And also another thing too, is like, if you've been out of high school for, like, say for example, you graduate from high school from 1986, I wouldn't even put the year that I graduate from, because that would tell people your age. People can figure out how old you are, because a lot of times people graduate from high school at the age of 17 or 18. So they know how old you are. So if you only have a high school diploma, I would just put the high school diploma, but leave the year out. And when you go into an interview, then you can kind of, if they ask for it, then you tell them the year that you graduate. But if you have like a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, you want to put the most current, which is your bachelor's or master's degree, and leave the high school out, because companies know that in order to get into a university, community college, you already have to have a high school diploma. Okay. So when you go down here, this is another live resume review here. They're using an objective, seeking full-time employment in the healthcare office environment. You have to stay away from that. That's telling the company what you want. It's not telling the company what you can do for them. So you need to get a professional summary. And I say that they need to put the 3 key skills here, the skills after that. They need to put that there. But you see here, no bullet points. It's just a paragraph. They need to go in here and just do some work with it, go more into details about what they do on the job. That's what they need to do. And then the skills should need to go up. And again, the skills section is going to change every time you're applying for a job. Okay. And it's the same thing with this job here too. Get away from objective, use a professional summary. Education should be last. But see, you see how the education, like 1985 to 1988, that's when they went to this college. A hiring manager can tell what age you were when you went here. So I would take away 1985 and 1988, wouldn't even put it there. But when they ask you what year did you graduate from, then I would tell them. Okay. So you just don't want to, just because of your age, you don't want them to kind of say, okay, you're not qualified for the job. Leave the 1985, 1988 out and just only put that in under request. And again, all you need to do is put bullet points and put metrics in here and stay away from day-to-day tasks and start just going into complete sentences and telling with numbers and everything. And you can take out the reference available on request. You don't need that. If they ask for it, then you give it to them. And here's another one. I believe this is the last one. Yeah, the last one here. And then whatever questions you have, I will answer that. Remember, when I'm sharing my screen, I cannot see your comments or anything. Again, with this resume, it needs a resume format. You have to get a resume format in order for it to pass also the applicant tracking system. Again, it tells you how many years of experience that they have in the job, but they need to go into more details about, what they did or what their accomplishment is. They can take away willing to relocate anywhere. You don't have to put that down, or you don't have to put authorized to work in the U.S. because on the top of the page, it tells what city and state that you're from. So they already know that you're in the U.S. And again, here, they have bullet points. But again, they need to put in more numbers, percentage, metrics, all of that. And then need to take this part right here where it says healthcare aid and move this to this page here. And then put their first and last name and a phone number here so they'll know how to get in contact with them. And that is just basically it. And again, the skills section is going to change every time you apply for a job. Okay. Any questions? Any questions here? Let me see here. Let me go back here and see. Is there a template? Hold on. Okay. Let me make for sure. Thank you. This is helping me so much. I'm putting in the 3 key skills. Yes, you have to put into the 3 key skills immediately. That's what you need to have. What about no columns? Okay, no, you don't need to have any columns on your resume because it has to go through the ATS. And when it goes through the ATS, it's just throw the ATS off. So you got to stay away from columns. You don't need that. You just need a simple resume that don't have any columns or borders, really. What about those of us that are disability, disclosed or no? I wouldn't tell them if I'm disabled because, I wouldn't tell them unless they won't know. When you're working from home, they won't know if you're disabled or not, because it's a lot of people that I know, they're still able to do the job. All they want to know is if you're able to do the job, if you're able to answer the phones, like in customer service, or if you are doing data entry, you can still do the work. It doesn't matter. There's a job out there for you. Thanks for doing this. It's no problem. It says, do you have to put work dates on a resume? You want to put the date that you start, the month and the year that you started, and you can put down present. That's how you're supposed to do it. Just put the month and the year. And then if you're still there or if you're no longer there, you can put the month and the year, and then the month when you finish and the date. That's what you need to do on your resume here. And you said, I've done all these things, but have only received declines. With that, do not reply to the email. How else can find out why I'm being rejected? What job are you applying for? Like, say, for example, what can you be specific and tell me what job are you applying for? Because I need to know that. What job are you applying for? Because you said you're doing all of this and you're still getting rejected. I mean, what template are you using? What template are you using? You might want to see if you could try. Are you putting the key skills there at the top? Let me know. Are you doing that? How do you compensate for being an older job seeker? Okay. The best thing with that, it's like I was saying earlier, is you don't want to put your degree, you like your high school diploma, like if you graduated like in 1976, you do not want to put that in there. Okay. You just only want to put that information in there when they ask for it, because when you put, um, the year that you graduate, they know that you're older and they want to discriminate you because of your age. But when I had a friend of mine that was 62 years old, and she was putting down that she only had a high school diploma and that she had certifications, I told her to take off the high school diploma because she has certifications, and she got a call back for a job and got hired. When she went, before them, they knew how old she was, but they didn't discriminate her because of her age. Okay, so you can still find a job regardless. Okay, you just got to make sure your resume is optimized and tailored to the job that you're applying for. Okay, let me go down here. Okay, how did I explain gaps in my resume? What you need to do is, the best thing to do is, if it's for medical reason, you're going to have to put that in there, that the reason why you hadn't worked because of medical issues. But if you have gaps in your resume and that didn't happen, I would start putting in volunteer work. Just like me, I had a business. I was a stay-at-home mom, in 2006 when my first child was born. And I didn't go back to work in 2007 or 2008. So I had a gap and they were asking me. So I found a stay-at-home mom resume where I said, look, I was doing taxes at home. I answered phones, which I was answering phone calls when people were calling. And I rearranged that information into my resume, and I was able to get a job. Whatever volunteer work, if you've taken some online courses, put all that information in there. That's going to help. Where can I find resume template? Okay, I'm going to show you a place on Canva. I use Canva for everything, y'all. I use Canva for my thumbnails. I use them for everything. They have a free version and they have a paid version. And I'm going to show you right now Canva right quick here. Hold on just for a second. Let me share my screen here. I'm going to show you a free place where you can go and get some templates. If you don't want to use Heather's template, I'll show you a free place that you can go and get templates. Okay, let me share my screen right quick, just for a second. Okay, this is Canva. This is where you can do a lot. You can make t-shirts, you can do presentations, you can do a whole bunch. These are templates. Some of them are free, some of them are paid. Again, I don't know which one is free because I have the paid version, but I've been using Canva for free for like 2 years. So 3 years ago, I went in and I purchased this. Okay, so these are some of the templates that you can use right here. Let me see here, the black one. Hold on just for a second. Let me see if I can find just for a second here. But you need something that's very simple resume like this. This is the one that I will use here. Let me go here. Once you customize this is what the resume look like here. Okay, let me just blow it up just a little bit here. This is the resume. That's why I'm saying the template is already done for you. All you have to do is just go here, put your name in here. This is all you have to do. Put your phone number, put your email address. Everything is done for you. You can go in here, put the title of the job. This is the career summary. This is the key components here. You take that information from the job post. This is a resume that I would go with. And you just input your stuff in here. That's all you have to do. You don't have to worry about double spacing, margins, or anything like this. It's already done for you. It also have 2 pages on here. You can use 2 pages. You can always duplicate it. So like, for example, if I wanted another page of this down the bottom here, if I wanted another page, all you have to do is hit duplicate pages. And then now you have 3. Then if I want to delete it, all I have to do is delete this here. Okay. So remember, there's a whole bunch of templates that you can choose from. But again, I would choose something simpler with the ones that I just showed you a few minutes ago, but there is many that you can come in here and choose what is a good fit for you. And in order to get your resume right and look neat. Okay. Any other questions here? Hold on, hold on just for a second. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay. Any other questions? Hold on. It says, great job, Professor Sweat. I'm always learning things. Like I said, I'm trying to do everything I can to help y'all. I don't want y'all to be spending no $200 on a resume, and you can literally do it yourself. Okay, trust me. I spent $100, $200 in the past, and I still couldn't find a job. But once hiring managers set me down and say, look, this is what you need to do. I'm telling you the same thing that hiring manager told me years ago. And once he told me that, I was able to get jobs. And to this day, even though I have a job, I still do my resume, and I get like maybe 5 or 6 calls in to come in for an interview, but I already have a job here. It says, please share the stay-at-home mom resume. I would definitely go ahead and share that in here so you can go ahead and look at it. I can actually show you right quick the stay-at-home mom resume that you can go ahead and look at. Hold on just for a second. Be just a second here. Hold on. Okay, this is one. Hold on. Let me just go back in here and share my screen again. But there's many. I'm going to show one to you. But a lot of times this is from Indeed, has a whole bunch of nice resumes that you can look at. This is a stay-at-home mom resume, but this is Indeed. I like Indeed, but this is a stay-at-home mom resume that you can look at and kind of get ideas on how your resume need to be. But I really like the one on Indeed. I'm going to be the one. I'm going to share that with you. But there, anything, if you're a housewife, if you have gaps in your resume, there's different resumes out here that show you how to get your resume where it needs to be in order to pass the applicant tracking system. Okay. So that's all you need to do. There's plenty of resumes out there. Yes, I would like to say thank you for this video. This would be my first live with you. Well, welcome. I'm planning on doing lives. I say the first of every month. I'm gonna also do another resume review next month. But what I'm gonna start doing is that I'm gonna have a deadline. If some of y'all want your resume to be reviewed, I'm gonna have a deadline where I need to have it like 3 days or 4 days before the live stream, because I need to go in there and take your address out, your phone number, your personal information, because I'm sharing this on the screen and it's going to be people that's going to see that, and that's for your safety reasons. So I'm going to start having you to send me an email at least 3 days in advance, and I can start reviewing it on live. Let me see here. It says, wow, thank God I did not know summary. Yes, you have to have a professional summary on every job that you have. It should tell the company what you're looking for. And I'm going to show you something else, y'all. This is something that is going to help you too as well. I'm going to show you, and it really works too. I'm trying to help you get a job here. Let me go through here and see. Can you share example of things to say to sound more professional? I'm a stay-at-home mom and I do childcare at home, but I want to find a stay-at-home job. Amanda, can you send me an email, and I can send you some information through the email? Send me an email. Let me put my email address in the chat here. Hold on. Okay, let me put my email in the chat here. Send me an email and I can send you a whole bunch of things of what you can say. Here, let me go back to here. This is my email address. I'm always answering people. If you have any questions, I'm always answering. So my email address is already in there. It says right here, what if I may have too many pages, too many resumes? I have a sense of working. If you have some people are going to have 4 or 5 pages if they have a lot of experience. But if you don't have a lot of experience, the limit is 2. But if you have a whole bunch of jobs, you're going to have about 5 or 6 pages. My resume it used to be 5 pages, but I kind of shortened it down to 3. But it's people I know that have 5 or 6 pages, and that's normal if you have a lot of experience. It says, excuse my YouTube profile picture. My son used his account. Laughing. Okay, that's okay. It says, are there any work from home jobs that are not requiring certain hours for for the day, for the day if you have a day job. So you would probably need a 1099 job where you can set your own hours, where you can pick and choose when you want to work. And some of those jobs are like fancy hands. I'm trying to think of some. There's a whole bunch of them. Fancy hands, Alorica, Next Rep. Those jobs are 1099 jobs where you can pick and choose when you want to work. You know, you can choose the hours you want to work. Uh, they keep saying there is a job. There is jobs I apply to so many, and I get is sorry we hire someone else with more experience. It's disappointing. You got to keep pushing, y'all. You have to keep pushing and keep applying. Again, like I always say in all of my videos, rejection is a part of life. It's not the end of the world. No doesn't mean no. No means next opportunity. There is a job out there being made for you. So you just got to trust the process. It takes some people 2 years to find a job. Okay. So you just can't get disencouraged. You just got to keep, optimizing and tailoring your resume to the job post, and you will find a job what you're seeking real soon. Just don't apply for one job. That's where a lot of people do wrong, is they apply for one job and they call it a day. You got to apply for multiple positions, because you got to think of it is when these companies hire you, they don't hire just only one person. They have millions and billions of people working in that company. So if they decide to let you go, they have somebody to be trained for your job until they find a replacement. And that's what you have to do, is apply for multiple positions. Too many times people get so complacent on one job, and you need to apply for multiple positions. Even though you have a job, you still need to always be looking for a job as well, just in case something go wrong. Okay. It says, thank you for all the information, Erica. You are welcome. What is your email address? Let me see here. Let me put it back in here. My email address is realworkfromhomejobs.with.thressa@gmail.com. I just put it in the comment section. Okay, it says, I found your email address. The recipe book is a great, yes. That's the only thing that came into my mind, because when I'm cooking, I cook a lot. I cannot read paragraph. It has to be bullet points where I can know what I need and move pretty fast. It says, how many skills should you use? Some people use 10, all of the skills, like with your core components, you can use up to like 20 or 30 skills off from the job post. So I would use as much as I can in order to get my resume to pass that ATS. That's what I would do. It says, what if we attended college but did not graduate? Still put it down. Just put down that, the name of the college, what you study in, and you can just put the date that you started, the month, and the date that you started. You don't have to say anything about, whether if you complete it or not. If they don't ask you, I wouldn't tell them. But, I'm not saying to lie, but if you go into an interview and they ask about it, then you're going to have to tell them. But I would just put down, because you did take the course, even though you didn't finish, but you could put the date that you started, the month and the day that you started. And then if they ask you questions about that once you go through the interview, then I will tell them about that. Does companies value a summary more? Yes. According to the hiring managers, they like professional summaries a whole lot better, because it's telling the company what you can do for the company, like your accomplishments and how much experience you have. So yeah, they want the professional summary. So you need to do that, career summary or professional summary. It says, can you have a 2-page resume made? Yes, you can have a 2-page resume, but just make for sure when you have a 2-page resume, you put your first and last name and a phone number at the top of that second page. So if the page get misplaced, they have a way of getting in contact with you. Good advice for older applicants: leave out the years. It's best to do that. Don't put the years in there. Does color on the resume make a difference? They're saying the best to stay with baby blue, like the resume that I showed you a few minutes ago. It's best to stay with that kind of color here. It says, I was asking about being disabled because I have a large gap from 2018 to now where I haven't been working. Any suggestion for filling in the gap from then to now? Have you did any volunteer work? I mean, what have you been doing between 2018 to 2023? What have you been doing from there? I mean, if you've done volunteer work, definitely put that in there. And okay, Jay Harris says, I was a project manager, business analyst working at the same company for about 15 years. I tried for jobs under these categories. Okay, just keep going. It says same here. Age discrimination is real, but again, don't put the year that you graduate from high school or college. Leave that out. Leave the year out so that they don't have to know what age you are. Okay. It says I don't see how these companies can get away with it. I don't see either. But if you put medical issues, would that make you look like a liability? I wouldn't even put down medical issues because it's personal issues. It's none of their business if you have medical issues. Just because you have medical issues, that don't mean you can't perform the job. You know, um, you don't want to tell people, if you're diabetic or so. Why would they need to know that? Just because you're diabetic, that don't mean you can't do the job. So I would leave it out. I wouldn't even tell them unless if if you have to miss work or something, you may have to say I have a doctor's appointment or something like that. But I would not put that information there. How many pages should a resume consist of? It just depends on how much experience you have. If you don't have that much experience, normally it's 2 pages. But if you have a lot of experience, I've seen people resume with 6 pages. It just depends on how much experience you have to determine that. It says, what's the website for the templates? The website is Canva, Canva. And I'm going to put in the template from Professor, sorry about that, Heather Alston, where you can download it and you can just go in there and implement your resume into that, where it's already ready. The margins and everything is already set. It says, what about using GPT chat to write resumes? Now, I've never done that one before. It's a lot of people using GPT chat to write your resume. I don't know. I don't know if it would pass the applicant tracking system. I don't know what to tell you on that one because I've never did it before. It's people that have. I know a couple of people have done it and they resume passed the applicant tracking system. I guess it's up to the individual if that's what you want to do. But I've never done it before. It says, so if you graduate from college in 1986, you can leave the years off. Yes, I wouldn't even put 1986. I'll put the name of the college, what was your major, and when did you graduate, but I would not put in the year. Okay. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome. I want to show you, it says, thank you so much. You're welcome. Everybody is welcome here. I had to delete my Indeed account because I keep getting scam jobs. You got to be careful when you're applying for jobs. You'd be surprised. It's scammers on different platforms like Indeed. You have to make for sure that you can determine whether if it's real or fake. It's so many people fall for these different things here. So is there no limit to how long your resume? It says, so there's no limit to how long your resume is. Your resume should have like the top half, your first and last name, your email address, your phone number, your LinkedIn account. It should have the job title, the job that you're applying for, the 3 key skills, your professional summary or career summary, and your work experience and education. That's what needs to be on your resume. Those things are very important to be on. Let's see here. It says, hey, hope you are well. Thank you for all the work you do to help us. Do you know of any company that need customer service for women fashion classic lady? I will have to look that up for you. Send me an email because I have a whole bunch of lists of work from home jobs. Something like that came across today. So make sure you send me an email. My email is listed right here in the comment section. So make sure you go ahead and send me an email. Okay, you said no volunteer work, physical therapy, basically because of unexpected injury. So no volunteer work. Okay, send me an email and I can see what I can do, show you a resume that you can kind of pick it back about and get more information about it. Okay, so tell her if she babysit, maybe she can put that on her resume. That's right. You can, if you babysit, you can put that on your resume. If you don't want us to, okay, let me see. I'm just making sure. Now, I know that everybody has to go. I want to show you something real quick before you go that is going to help you with another thing that you can do to get your resume. I don't know if you heard of Job Scan. I'm gonna show you, share my screen too. This is another place that you can go, which is Job Scan. Hold on for a second. Okay, Job Scan basically scores your resume. You can do it for free. Basically, what you can do is upload your resume. Once you upload your resume, let me see if I can find a resume right quick. I don't know if I can find one. Hold on just for a second. Once you upload your resume, you will copy and paste the job description from, and it would score your resume to make sure you have the keywords from that job post into your resume. I don't think I have a resume handy, so I cannot explain, but you get the picture here. It's basically what you'll do is upload your resume right here. Once you upload your resume, it is going to ask you for the copy of the job description of whatever job that you're applying for, and you're going to copy that from the job post and implement it there, and it's going to grade you. It's going to give your resume the grade like a 95. Of course, if it's a 95, that means you have all the keywords or keyword phrases from that job post, and that is another way of helping you get past the applicants tracking system too. I've used it before in the past, so again, that is Job Scan. Go check that out. It's free. I don't know how many uploads you have to do before you start paying. I've done about 2 or 3 uploads and it was free, but it scores your resume to make sure it has the keywords from the job post and everything. So let me just go through here and see if I left out any courses or anything. You're welcome. It says, thank you so much for all of this amazing info. I'm making these changes today. You're welcome. It says, will you be doing another live? Missed the majority of everything. I'll be doing another live once a month. You can go back and watch the replay. I will have a replay once this video is over with. It's going to download to YouTube and you can be able to watch it, but I will definitely be going live once a month. I'm thinking about doing more resume reviews. So if you like to have your resume reviewed, then I'm going to have you to send me an email like 2 or 3 days prior so I can go ahead and have that ready and up. It says, hey, Thressa, I received a call today from Team Health from your post no more. Congratulations. Keep me posted. Oh, Team Health. Okay, yeah. Congratulations. Keep me posted on there. That is wonderful. See, I tell you, there's a time and season for everything. You just got to keep. Any other questions? Any other questions at all? Okay. I'm just going through here and see if I have any questions here. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I did froze. It's something with the internet in the area that I'm at. I'm back here. Any other questions here? It says opportunities for individuals who have full-time employees but are looking for other work from home opportunities. There's so much that you can do. There's different side hustles that you can do if you want to. Apartment mystery shoppers. I've been doing apartment mystery shoppers for 2 years, and that is some great extra side hustle, side gig opportunity to make extra money. But if you're looking for other jobs, you can do fancy hands, Alorica, trying to Sciatel, teleperformance. All of those are part-time jobs that you can do from the comfort of your own home. Okay. Anything that starts fast. There is a couple jobs that start fast. I'm trying to think. If you send me an email, I can go ahead and check that out for you. But just make for sure, Facebook user, you send me an email because majority of all the jobs are hiring right now. It says, not sure if you gave up Professor Health. Okay, let me give you her template here. Thank you so much for reminding me here. Hold on just for a second. Let me go to her. Hold on. Heather. Hold on. Professor. Hold on. Let me do that. Just for a second. Okay. This is her link to go in here to download um, the resume. If you go by that template, she's a professor. She's my mentor. Here it is right here. Um, you can download her free resume and you can use it as a template. And she said that if you go and use her template, is people have been searching for jobs for 2 years and now they were able to get a job after using her template. So I recommend you go and use her template today. You saying should our resume be a PDF file or Word doc? A lot of people said a PDF file is fine here. So any other questions? I think I got every questions. If not, I just want to thank everyone for taking out of their time to come in and listen to this live stream. I hope that this live stream has been helpful for you because it's just my goal to get out there and help you in every way I can for you to get that job. Just make for sure again, you just keep pushing, keep applying, and don't give up. There is a job out there for you, but you just got to keep applying. Okay. So make for sure you watch tomorrow's video. I have a video going out tomorrow. And again, I will be going YouTube live once a month. Again, thank you so much for watching and attending this work from home Q&A. And I will see you in the next live stream. Take care. Bye, everyone. Bye. Have a great evening.